Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Anxiety in Inec as changes eminent over Edo and Ondo polls. This is quite serious. There are last minute changes, by the way. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time we're reaching you today. Thank you so much for being there. We really appreciate you. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and to subscribe if this is your first time. Let's get on to the news and get all the details. Anxiety in INEC as changes imminent over Edo Ondo polls. Last-minute changes of plans before tomorrow's meeting. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) is in a query over next week's governorship election in Edo State. As National Commissioner, G3 to be in good books of the reappointing authority in what observers fear will affect the credibility of the polls. This pursuit may also have effects on the governorship election in Ondo slated for next month. Already, there is tension at the headquarters of the election management body as some members of staff and management are said not to be favorably disposed to this new development. The acquaintance of National Commission to this development, INEC, sources reveal, is driven by the quarter for reappointment in the next phase, scheduled to come up before the end of the year. Valuable commissioners. There are fears that National Commissioner, whose tenure are due to end in 2 months, may have traded the Edo-Ondo elections in return for guarantee for reappointment. Information available from INEC shows that only the reappointment of Mrs. Amina Zachary may be favorable, even though she has already served 2 tenures. Almost all other commissioners are said to be variable, apart from 2 from the north and 1 from the southeast. That is not all. There are more troubles. Revelation. For instance, it was gathered that the discovery of INEC operation officers that the detention of biometrics of voters during verification was declining. The operation officer pushed for the ensuring that the commission agrees to complement the variation process by adding facial recognition or wrist scan at polling units using a Z-Pad tab. At INEC meeting last week Thursday, the Z-Pad product was thrown out, meaning it would not be used in a Edo election as they formally told us, because that would determine more credibility, which they don't want to achieve. Another very important feature to enhance election integrity is the polling unit's public result viewing portal demonstrated in Nasarawa by-election 3 weeks ago. As INEC meets tomorrow, there are fears that this very useful tool, which made the Nasarawa election stressful, may also be thrown out of the window, because this will also give more credibility. As they don't want this, they want their reappointment in office. This is in spite of the fact that operational trends from INEC Inside Source shows that since the department of Professor Atera Jago, the use of biometric smart card reader, which helped to improve voters' verification and consequences election integrity, that brought the APC and President Muhammadu Buhari's government to power, has been on the decline. Data from INEC shows that from just under 60% compliance level in 2015. The highest compliance result in this dispensation has been just about 20% verification using smart card readers. Yet the commissioner at the meeting just last week Thursday dropped it and may, as it is meeting tomorrow, turn down other technical innovations, having dropped the idea of deploying the facial recognition or iris scan at polling units using its Z-Pad tablets. The implication of this is that anybody with a PVC can vote without the verification of authenticity if it is actually the person. This is part of the plot to use during the Edo and Ondo election. Even if the smart card reader is unable to match the bearer to the PVC with the data on the biometrics, since the commissioner may not deploy the Z polls for the Edo and Ondo polls, the person can still vote. Another struggles to this fear being expressed about the likelihood of not having a free and fair election is the move to alter some aspects of the manual for election to be handed over to the ad staffs. It was gathered that some provisions, like the possible non-deployment of the zip tab, will be initiated into the document to give legal backing, as the election manual serves as a code of operation for the ad staffs. They must stay within the letters of the document in their conduct of the election. Another source of discourse is at the Commission headquarters. According to it, Inec Insider is the list of supervising presiding officer SPOs. The strategy importance of the SPOs is their oversight of the distribution of election materials. They are to give an oversight properly the ballot boxes and election results sheets. Sources at the commission hint that the politicians have already infiltrated and are making unworrisome input into the names of those they want to appear as SPOs to favor them in Edo and Ondo. There are suggestions from the Commission that some top officials within are neck down in the ongoing redeployment of personal list of nomination to play critical roles in the election, especially Edo State. The political fear for the disruption outcome is that critical and sensitive election materials may not be effectively distributed to quotas for all areas within the voting verification, as some potential SPOs are expected to do the bidding of the politicians who ensure that their names are included in the list of the SPOs, thereby fueling tension and highly fear that the election is being channeled to have the expected end to their candidates and not the real results. Speaking on the issue, Mr. Rotimi Olayemeko, Chief Press Security to the INEC Chairman, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, said there are no threats to the election of Edo and Ondo and dismissed the allegations as misleading and mischievous. He dismissed the claim that some national commissioners will be reappointed, saying, "I am not aware that the National Commission have been penciled down for reappointment." His words, "They are used as smart card readers. SCR is mandatory for all election conduct by the National Electoral Commission in accordance with Section 49, subsection 2 of the Electoral Act 2010 as amended." Well, my people, talk they say is cheap, but this is the reality of what is on ground. What do you think? Leave us a comment. God bless you. Have a good day. Bye for now.